The Warrington win here, the Warrington win away, the win at Bradford for the first time in God knows how long. The first win at in London at the start of the season last year. Now, there's lots of milestones that we keep ticking off here, and like I say, the pleasing thing about Friday night was the fact that as a team, Wigan came here and they didn't bring a couple of times. They brought kids here. They've changed the team around a little bit. All right, they've had lots of experience and they've still had lots of ability on their side, but they brought not far off being their best team. One or two players maybe missing, and it was a game of two strong sides, and we could show composure. We showed intensity. We had plenty of aggression in us, and we didn't let the occasion get to us. And it's one of those learning things that when you see a team like that, especially after we played well in the semi-final, but we didn't play well enough. We didn't handle the occasion well enough. And on Friday night was another one of those. It was really important to us, and we knew that to keep things on our side and keep our destiny in our own hands, that we needed to put in a really strong performance and get some points. And we did that, and that was a massive boost for us as a group as well, of what we can do and how we can achieve things by working together and just keeping that intensity high. Because, and I said in the press conference after that when you're running, you can play well against Wigan and Leeds, and you can play well against St Helens. But if you switch off from a set, switch off for a play, you're 6 points behind, you're 12 points behind. It's 18. That's the way, and you've not done anything wrong. You've just closed down for one play, for 1 second, and that's where you get into in those big games that you can't afford to do that. And I felt that that's what we did really well on Friday night.
The first 20 minutes or so, you got yourself a lead. It could have been big, couldn't it? You were totally dominant.
Well, when you look at the stats, like our line breaks 6-1, I think it was. A couple of opportunities that we didn't take, and like you say, I honestly believe that if we get on the back of one of Danny Galler's breaks in the second half, and we score a couple more points, I think it could have actually gone away a little bit further. But that's what you get with a good side like Wigan. They'll always survive. They'll get back. They'll scramble. Put you back under pressure. But yeah, the way we defended the second half, keeping them pointless, and the understanding of how to maintain and build pressure was in a really tough game was the most pleasing point of Friday night. I said it's because it's Wigan. I'm not the Challenge Cup holders anymore, but the grand final winners from last year, and they're going to be pushing this year. They're going to be in that top 4 teams that are going to be competing to try and get to Old Trafford, and to come here and play against a really strong side and play as well as we did bodes well moving into these next 2, hopefully 3 games.
Some individuals really did themselves justice, didn't they? Or Carroll's first spell was truly outstanding, I thought.
Yeah, I think Eamon has showed us what we've been missing. He's been seeing that over the last couple of weeks. I thought he was really good against Huddersfield as well, actually, the week before. It's just his consistency in what he does. He knows his job, he gets about and does it with real intensity and purpose, and that's the inspiration to other players in the team. And it's only when you see someone like him and come back in the side and what it gives you, you realise how much you missed him. Except Kevin Brown, assisting all the tries, is what you want. It's what you want from your main playmaker. He's assisting all the tries. His kicking game is fantastic. Defensively, he's very strong. His decision making is outstanding. He was great for us. Joe Mellors defensively, I think he had a big target on his chest, and everybody was trying to take a piece out of Joe, but he stood up to that. And again, both our halves played really, really well. But I think when you see the way forwards went about their business and the aggression and the determination they put into the stint that they had, every single one of them was outstanding.
We've known for a while that your destiny in terms of top eight's in your own hands, but now it's a mini step away, isn't it?
Well, it's not until it's definitely certain, then you can't say yes. And so you look at the points difference, and you see that it's going to be it's going to take some big losses and all big wins to knock us out with that position. But we're not looking at, well, like I say, to keep our confidence high. We talked about consistency all the way through the year, and that's something we're still trying to drive into the team, to go performance on back of performance on back of performance. is something that we're really concentrating on, and that's what Sunday is against a fearless side. Anybody that's outside that 8 now and either secure of being in the league next year or out of the league next year are playing with a little bit of freedom. That fearlessness gives you that, and that's what basically what Bradford have been doing. They've got some really good players. Jimmy Lowe's come in and just give them a little bit of purpose in what they're doing for the rest of the year. Wants to see some good performances, and they're playing well. The last 3 or 4 games they've played particularly well. So it's going to be a real tough game at their place for us. I think we've got enough confidence in us on the back of the weekend to go there and put in a strong display.
Is it important to you to, if you wanted to put it this way, get over the line into the top 8 in a positive way by you winning the game or getting a point rather than just watching the other teams lose?
For the team, yeah. I think when you reflect and you look back, like you did on last year and you did on the first year, and you see the gains that the team's made and what we spoke about constantly, about the gains to get us in a position to be in that top 12, and then effectively inside that top 8 from year on year. Those building blocks and that base is now nice and solid. So our next step is to really push off that. And when you look back, yeah, if we finish in the 8, that we've achieved something that a lot of people go with a chance of achieving over this 3-year period. For the team's confidence and our own aspirations, yeah, we want to go forward and consolidate that spot on the back of ourselves and not on the back of anybody else. And we know we should have probably already done that. We know that these games this year that have got away from us, that by now there would be no questions about where we sit. But so these last 2 games are important because we always want to finish the year with a real positive for our supporters, like we did on Friday night at our home game. Finish the year with a real boost in the arm for the town and for the team moving into next year.
You mentioned Bradford have been going all right last month or so. They've got some handy individuals as well. Lee Gaskell, for example, seems to be going great guns for him.
Confident again, isn't he? He's just, like I say, he was always a good player, and he was always one of those players when he played at St Helens, and even when he played at Salford, was a player you always were aware of, that could do things out of nothing, could create space, could score a try. And if you watch his last 2 games, yeah, he's hard to stop when he gets going. His acceleration is fantastic. Like I say, his anticipation of where the ball's going to be and the play that needs finishing, he turns up. So yeah, his form was really good. Again, that's the fact that the confidence that Jimmy's put in the team over these last 3 or 4 weeks since he's been there, to go out and just play and express themselves. And like I say, Kearney's given him a big lift. Gaskell's a real boost for them at the moment because of how well he's playing. But across the board, they've got players that we talked about being very, very high quality players, but just weren't performing at the level they need to, and Jimmy seems to have found a way of getting out of them.
Actually, a question on Widnes. Denis. Are you playing on Friday night in the
Widnes?
The joining Jack thing?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
That should be a good cause, apart from anything else.
It should be fantastic. Yeah, well, I've done it the last couple of years. I've played in Dubai for the joining Jack team in the tens competition as it is over there in Dubai. And I say we've got to the semi-final twice, and I say we're just lacking that little bit of rugby union ability in our side to take a step up. But I think what you see on Friday night is lads going back. It's been a number of years since lads have pulled on a shirt and went out onto the DW stadium in front of a large crowd, a lot of big contingent of them, like you say. Andy Farrell's coming down, Jason Robinson will play, Gary Connolly will play, and then on the back of that, Paul Schoolthorpe, Sean Long, Denis Betts, they're going to play.
Jointy's having a go. Denis.
Jointy, yeah. He's our rugby union star. He's been playing rugby union as well for a couple of years, so he's our rugby union star. He's good. I was with him last night. We trained last night.
Yeah, what was you with it? It's always on his way back from training when he ran.
Yeah, he was there last night, and it's a good to get together with those lads again and just chuck a ball about. You can always say it gets a little bit tasty. The problem we have as well is it's rugby union on Friday night, so it's not something that we're that used to. It should be good. I've got to wear green boots as well for some strange reason. despise that coloured boot stuff.
If you've got to worry when you put red shorts on.
But don't worry about red shorts.
No gold, sorry.
Are you thinking of maybe coming out of retirement next season if it goes well for you this one?
Well, actually, if we'd have won in the semi-final, I was thinking about selecting myself because that's my job in the final. The Challenge Cup finals, trying to catch Sean Edwards. So I'll save it for those big games if I get a chance. Get myself in good shape.